Welcome back to the MMA Rumor. Today I will be discussing the up-and-coming fight between Max Holloway and Kattar. Max Holloway is one of the best strikers in the UFC. He is excellent at the first and third rule. Be the first to start an exchange, get out the way for the counter and then return with strikes to end the exchange. This is how he controls the pace of the fight. Max Holloway has the best cardio in the UFC, in my opinion better than Tony Ferguson. Because of this he sets a pace on opponents they can't keep up with. In his more recent fights he has mostly outboxed opponents, but on his legendary featherweight run, he used a combination of kicks and punches to destroy opponents. Luckily in his rematch with Alex we saw a return to the Max of old. He used his whole arsenal of kicks. When Max shows up in this form he seems unbeatable. Kattar is one of the best pure boxers in MMA. In my opinion he has the most effective jab straight in the UFC. He works behind the jab and uses it to his full extent. He uses the jab as a defensive and offensive weapon, but most importantly he uses it to land the straight right hand, which sends people into the shadow realm. What makes his 1-2 so powerful is that he uses full extension and sometimes greatly overextending his punches. What makes Kattar special is that he is not just a one-trick pony. If opponents try slipping his straights he will throw hooks to the head and body. On defense he uses a high guard to block strikes and get out of danger. His high guard is different as he never loses sight of his opponent. Instead of just waiting for his opponents to stop throwing, he slips in frames to get out of danger. This will be crucial when fighting Max, as Max is a momentum fighter. Which means that if Max starts landing combinations, he won't stop until the opponent either drops, or escapes the danger. Max is a very unique fighter, because the longer the fight plays out, the better he becomes. Once he gets going he is impossible to stop. In the past the only way to beat Max is to make sure he doesn't get started. I think the key for Kattar to win, is to use powerful counter shots in between Max's combinations, and then catch him when he exits the exchange. Max's most recent defeats has come because of this. Dustin caught him with power punches when he was exiting, and Alex landed in between combinations so he couldn't get started. The key for Max to win is to go back to his roots as the legendary Hawaiian kickboxer. He showed us in his last fight that the Hawaiian kickboxer still lives, and that it is best way to beat Kattar. Max needs to throw lots of leg kicks, as Kattar puts a lot of weight on his lead leg. When Kattar uses the high guard, he needs to throw everything in the kitchen sink at his body. Max's best path to victory is to drag this fight into deep waters to get a 4th or 5th round TKO. In my personal opinion, these are the best two featherweights in the UFC, but I do predict that Max will be the champion by the end of next year. Thank you for watching, be sure to subscribe for more content.